Moving up was Amaroo Queen to be nearly level, and 2 away third Kate's Treasure, followed by Tom's Choice, and then came Rapid Toy. Lee Moss is giving them a long start, then Glamour Legend and Lilac Bouquet. Amaroo Queen strode away from Savage Lady on the corner. Moving up, Kate's Treasure's running on, but Amaroo Queen's going to be too good for them. Kate's Treasure goes to second, Amaroo Queen beating Kate's Treasure. Third Savage Lady, then Tom's
8, 6 and 5 at Wentworth Park. Back to Moonee Valley, 600 to run. The leader, My Handsome Fella.
Winsome Eagle pulls out now, followed by Lyndon Skipper. The Specialist is third last and 3 wide, followed by Gold Arrow and Priceless Kin, 1 off the rail as last. Towards the 450 they race. Dilwinnia almost broke. It's My Handsome Fella, 3 metres in front. Golden Rain travelled up into second place, and they've broken away by 8 metres to Winsome Eagle. Gone is Paris Affair, then Bob Roy, but My Handsome Fella strode away 220 metres out on the turn. The Specialist making up ground to be 5th on the outside, followed by Lyndon Skipper. Then Gold Arrow, followed by Dilwinnia, Priceless Kin and Gears. But have a look, and you can go over the final 140 metres. My Handsome Fella, he's 12 metres in front of Golden Rain, sticking on doggedly. Then Bob Roy, but My Handsome Fella is all class, and he bolts in. My Handsome Fella wins by 8 metres. Second, Golden Rain, 10 metres away. Third, Bob Roy, flashing home Gold Arrow. The Specialist, a giant run, followed by Paris Affair. Then Winsome Eagle, Lyndon Skipper, Priceless Kin, Gears, and Dilwinnia has run last.
My Handsome Fella, too good in the Edgar Tatlow 2-year-old Colson Geldings final, but if the Specialist had have scored up, he would have made it a very close affair. 4-1-3 as called by Brian, race number 5. Now let's go to Ken Ernst.
Thanks to the good of Vicky Bowen second. Rosehaven was third. Getting on the fence, Mary Reeby in advance of Missy Mydam. Portionaire racing on the inside of Red Mile Road. A good 2.5 lengths back at the head of the others. Razorback Kid and Forgetter. Cascade Lady down towards the 1200 metre marker. And the leader bowling along was High Cockalorum. Out a length and a quarter, Vicky Bowen. A similar margin back to Rosehaven. 3 metres away on the outside in the breeze there would be Missy Mydam. Back on the inside, Mary Reeby. In between runners was Portionaire, and out wide going forward on the track, Red Mile Road. A break of 2.5 lengths back to Razorback Kid, and last of all was Cascade Lady. In the straight, the bell lap sounding, 800 to travel, and the leader was High Cockalorum. Now popping off the fence, Vicky Bowen second. Rosehaven on Vicky's back was third, followed by Mary Reeby. Out 3 wide, Missy Mydam. Getting on the fence, Razorback Kid. Portionaire, Red Mile Road, 3 wide, and under the bat, and last of all was Cascade Lady. Working to the back towards the 600, High Cockalorum just shows the way. Hand to the good of Vicky Bowen second. Third, Mary Reeby, followed by Rosehaven, Razorback Kid, Portionaire. Mary Reeby starting to drop off, and then Red Mile Road towards the 400. Vicky Bowen went to the lead. Here's the danger. Mary Reeby 2 metres away giving chase. The next one getting clear, Razorback Kid, followed by High Cockalorum, who's called it a day, but up to the bend, 300 out. Vicky Bowen fights on her by 2 metres to the good of Mary Reeby. Darren's gone for the whip on it. In third place was Rosehaven, followed by Razorback Kid. They straighten up. Vicky Bowen got away 4 metres to the good of in second place. Mary Reeby, Rosehaven down the outside, but Vicky Bowen clear in the straight, and Vicky Bowen's going to win. Second in would be on the fence, Razorback Kid, a nose to the good of Mary Reeby, followed out wide by Rosehaven, Portionaire, Missy Mydam. Well back in the field, there was Red Mile Road with High Cockalorum and Cascade Lady.
Vicky Bowen opening her winning account, 1-8-10 race 7 at Maitland Park. Here's Damien.
Blue light is up, racing now. And Mr. Organiser came out very quickly with Skinner's Regret and Moville Duke, and Safersky showing good speed shortly after the start. And Mr. Organiser galloped. After 100 metres, he's in a full stretch gallop. After vying for the lead, he's now galloping back at the rear of the field, and his winning chances are gone. Skinner's Regret went to the front on the first turn, clear by 1 length on Moville Duke, and Mark Dux is now letting Moville Duke slide up towards the lead. Safersky in third place, and fourth is From the Clouds from Watbro Footman. They're followed by Parkland's Tempo on the fence from Curahapo Princess, and Onomator's caught very wide, striding up to be in centre field from Pleasant Fury Destiny Calls, and a long last is Mr. Organiser. 35 even the lead time, and Moville Duke went to the front. It's Mobile Duke by a length and a half on Skinner's Regret, who now comes away from the fence. Safersky in second place on the leader's back. From the Clouds, fourth, 1 by 1 on the outside of Parkland's Tempo. Pleasant Fury out 3 wide, starting a fast run. Watbro Footman coming away from the fence in centre field from Destiny Calls. Then Park on a mate from well back is Kirahapo Princess, and tacking on is Mr. Organiser. Inside the 1200, 32.2 the first quarter of the mile, and it's Mobile Duke clear by 1 length on Pleasant Fury, now racing at the leader's wheel. Safersky in third place, and Skinner's Regret now receives cover, fourth, 1 by 1. Parkland's Tempo, fifth offence on the outside is From the Clouds. Then Watbro Footman from Mr. Organiser. Destiny Calls third last from Onomate, and Kirahapo Princess is 3 wide, starting a run at the rear of the field. Through the half, 31.4 for the second quarter, and Mobile Duke takes them down the back at the 700, clear by a half length on Pleasant Fury. Safersky in third place, locked away. Skinner's Regret is fourth from Parkland's Tempo. Then From the Clouds, Watbro Footman 3 wide, starting a run. Then Mr. Organiser. They're followed by Destiny Calls 3 deep from Onomate, and Kirahapo Princess at the rear as they travel towards the 400. Mobile Duke in front. Dux is sitting up. He's travelling okay. 1 length on Pleasant Fury, who's flat. Safersky with nowhere to go. Skinner's Regret to the outside, starting a sprint with Watbro Footman. Destiny Calls, and on the extreme outside is Kirahapo Princess. Mobile Duke flattens and kicked away. It's Mobile Duke in front of Safersky into the clear. Then on the outside, Destiny Calls. Parkland's Tempo getting up on the fence. Mobile Duke in front. Safersky's coming hard. Mobile Duke hanging on. He got there. Mobile Duke first, second Safersky, third Parkland's Tempo. Then Destiny Calls, From the Clouds, Onomate and Kirahapo Princess. Skinner's Regret disappointing from Watbro Footman, Pleasant Fury, and Mr. Organiser tied to run along last.
439 according to Damien, race 5 at Albion Park, 4, 3 and 9. Another break on Sky Racing.
And racing, beginning well in the middle was National Jane and also Ampel soon after. Oh, National Jane and Ampel went off the track and moving up Sir Frederick and Don't Add Up. On the turn out of the straight, it's Ampel in front by a half length on Don't Add Up. The outside and moving up along the fence was Sir Frederick, followed next by National Jane. About 2 further back to Big Beware and 5 lengths to Andy's Pride, followed by Painted Fawn, who's well back, and 6 lengths last of all Sparkling Prince. At the top turn, moving up on the inside was National Jane Ampel, and now Don't Add Up out 3 wide, 2 further back Sir Frederick. They straighten up. National Jane has raced away from second. Ampel finishing on with Sir Frederick, but National Jane too good. National Jane by 3, second Ampel, third Sir Frederick from Don't Add Up and Andy's Pride. Behind those came Big Beware, followed by Painted Fawn, and last of all was Sparkling Prince.
3-2-1 Penrith race number 8, a superfecta race. We'll get those numbers soon.
Gliders on now. They have started for race number 5 on the program. Expressionist eased out of it, as was Johnny Idol out wide. Red Skelton surging on, but It's Max Command's going to lead them early. Red Skelton couldn't get across, and Gross Glocken is going to drop in for a nice trail in the 1 out, 1 back position in the early part. Back on the inside then on the fence was Star of Amber. Further back to London Mac, 1 out, 2 back. Now he's trying to ease in on Red Skelton. He was able to do so, so what looked to be a good position for Gross Glockener. He's now having to go up and face the breeze. London Mac gets onto his back. Further back in the field, Maduro Caramia, then came Al Lendl. Chip Miller on the outside of Dom Louis Boy. Expressionist second last off the rail, and Johnny Idol is back at the tail. Heading down the back straight with about 2.5 laps left to run. And the leader is It's Max Command. Should be pretty hard to beat from on top too. Shows the way by 3 metres to Gross Glockener. In behind the leader then was Red Skelton, and London Max worked into the race nicely, 1-1. Just pulling a bit on its back then was Al Lendl, who's won here the previous 2 Saturday nights. Back on the inside then Star of Amber. Chip Miller's a little worse than midfield on the outside of Maduro Caramia. Then the tote favourite Expressionist. It's covering up Dom Louis Boy, who was placed last night here at Globe Derby, and last of all is Johnny Idol. Down the judge they come. They've got 2 full circuits left to go, and the leader is It's Max Command, being rated nicely in front by 3 metres to Gross Glockener. No change. On the inside, Red Skelton is third, and London Mac is 1 out, 1 back on the outside. Star of Amber 3 back defence. Midfield on the outside, Al Lendl. Then Maduro Caramia, Chip Miller, Dom Louis Boy, Expressionist, and still Johnny Idol is last of all.
Hasn't been any change for some time, and the leader getting a nice run, It's Max Command, about 3 metres in front. Grossglockner always without cover. The inside, Red Skelton. On the outside there is London Mac, still sweet seating, 1 out, 1 back. Our Lendl still up on the steel. On the inside then Star of Amber. Chip Miller's about 4th last. Inside Chip Miller was Maduro Caramia. Then Expressionist, who's also pulling a little. On the inside, Dom Louis Boy, and last of all, one off the fence is Johnny Idol. Swinging onto the home turn once again with just over 1,000 metres left to travel. The leader was It's Max Command. Grossglockner getting a little bit closer on the outside, goes up to be about 1.5 metres away. In behind the leader was Red Skelton. The first quarter was 31.3. Over on the outside, London Mac. They were followed then by Our Lendl. Still no moves. Star of Amber on the inside is 3 back the fence. Here's Chip Miller about to ease out 3 wide. Expressionist gets her going. Going through in the centre, Dom Louis Boy. Coming one off, Maduro Caramia. Now, Dom Louis Boy's got Expressionist out 4 wide. And Johnny Idol goes for inside runs. Heading into the back straight, 600 metres left to go. The second quarter was 31.8. So very similar quarters there. And the leader still, It's Max Command. 2 metres to Grossglockner. London Mac comes out and pushes Chip Miller out 4 wide. Behind those, Red Skelton. Our Lendl under pressure. Expressionist running home on the back of London Mac, who's 3 deep, now gets out onto the back of Chip Miller. It's Max Command is the leader. Grossglockner under pressure. London Mac out 3 wide, goes up and heads off. It's Max Command. Chip Miller joining in. Expressionist is still running on. It's Max Command battles away, and then in the centre was Grossglockner, and then from a long way back, Maduro Caramia. London Mac leads them onto the turn, 1 metre in front of Chip Miller. Expressionist is looming up on the outside. It's Max Command is battling on. Expressionist goes to the lead down the outside from Chip Miller. London Mac, Maduro Caramia, and Johnny Idol late. Expressionist in front, a good win. Second, Johnny Idol. Third, Maduro Caramia. Then London Mac, Chip Miller. Back on the inside, It's Max Command. Further back to Grossglockner, Red Skelton, Dom Louis Boy. Our Lendl didn't go on with it tonight, and last home was Star of Amber.
Just a great run. Expressionist very wide the last 800 metres, a top mare. 12, 6 and 7. Moving in Wentworth Park, Peter Johnson.
Thank you, Hilton. This is race 7 of the night. Call Me Casey. Odds on favourite at 6 to 4 on now, Call Me Casey. 7 to 1 for 2 Lobster Pot, and the others are 10s and longer. And they're all in. Lure rolling for the Men of the Earth stake, favourite in box 1. The Fin-trained Call Me Casey. Racing, Call Me Casey missed it a good 2 lengths early. One of the best out was Fox's Fortune, going through to join it. Lobster Pot on the inside to go to the lead. Now getting the rails run after they jam up behind was Call Me Casey. Tavera's Brute, a Dandy Rhythm on the outside. Braidwood Boy, Miss Codrington, and Captain's Flat as last. Down the back straight, going to the lead, Lobster Pot from Fox's Fortune. Out by 4 or 5, Tavera's Brute and Call Me Casey. Lobster Pot on the bunny. Leads about 3 lengths, Fox's Fortune, as they turn for home. And it's all Lobster Pot. Lobster Pot wins nicely. Fox's Fortune second, a long break to Vera's Brute third, ahead of Call Me Casey, Braidwood Boy, Miss Codrington, and it was well back with Captain's Flat, and Dandy Rhythm trailed the field last.
278, race 7. The Men of the Earth, the Pacing Championship, Brian Markovic.
Christopher Vance out wide, showing early speed. Barrel Boy leads early from Lord Muckley. From the outside, Sermo Way, and Christopher Vance is flying. He's really motoring on the top turn. Christopher Vance, he draws 3 metres in front of Sermo Way and Barrel Boy. He grabs hold for a stride on Christopher Vance. The turn comes up. Barrel Boy kicks up on the inside. He's trying to fly out Christopher Vance, but can't. He's showing far too much toe, Christopher Vance. And he hits the lead now in the straight the first time from Barrel Boy. Sermo Way on the outside is third, then Zakara fourth, followed by Lord Muckley. It's Motor Power. He draws up on the outside of Thorate, followed by Imperial Atom Generator. Rhetoric is second last and 8 metres away. Zulu Lou, 2 circuits out. The leader, Christopher Vance, by 2.5 metres to Sermo Way. Lord Muckley out of the straight. He now pulls to the outside, 3 wide at the lap and 3/4. Then Zakara on the outside. Barrel Boy, the leader's back, as Generator from the tail now. He pulls to the outside, 3 wide, followed by Thorate. It's Motor Power, Imperial Atom. Rhetoric is second last, and last is Zulu Lou. Lead time 56.8. Down the back inside the 1500. Christopher Vance, he leads by 1 metre. Generator on the outside now travelled up into second placing within 1.5 metres. 2 metres away, third Barrel Boy. Lord Muckley has the cover, fourth on the outside, followed by Sermo Way. Thorite. He's racing 5th and 3 back on the rail. 4 metres away, Zakara. He's 4 back on the outside of Imperial Adam, followed by Zululu. Third last on the outside, it's Motor Power. And last and 1 off the rail is Rhetoric. In the straight, they race towards the 1,000. 30 metres that cover the field. And the leader from the outset has been Christopher Vance. He's travelling beautifully by 2.5 metres. Generator at the leader's wheel. A metre back and third is Barrel Boy. Fourth on the outside, Lord Muckalee. Fifth on the rail is Thorate. Zakara, he pulls out now 3 wide, followed by Sumo Way. Zululu comes 1 off the rail. It's Motor Power now. He stakes his claim out 3 wide. He's making ground on the back of Zakara. And Rhetoric is last. Down the back, 650 metres out. It's still Christopher Vance held together by 1.5 metres. Out 3 wide, Zakara. He gets into second placing. Generator in the centre. He's not going well. No run for Barrel Boy. Then Lord Muckalee, Sumo Way, Thorate, Zululu. It's Motor Power, Imperial Adam, and 6 metres away, Rhetoric. 400 metres out before the turn, and Zakara on the outside drew 3 metres in front. Christopher Vance, he's under tremendous pressure. Lord Muckalee, he's looking a chance. He pulls to the outside now, 3 wide. Christopher Vance looked gone. Then Barrel Boy needing a run, followed by Generator. And Zululu is seeing daylight making ground at the 180. Zakara in front by 2 metres to Lord Muckalee. Zululu is making ground down the outside. Christopher Vance is gone at the 100. Zakara in front. Picking it up on the outside is Zululu with Lord Muckalee in the centre. Lord Muckalee put its nose in front, and Lord Muckalee has won in a photo from either Zululu and Zakara. Flying home, Thorate, Generator stuck on, then Imperial Adam, Barrel Boy, a gap to Rhetoric, followed by its Motor Power. Well, Christopher Vance, he's run about second last, and last in was Sumo Way.
Every Inter Dominion has its upsets, and there's one. Lord Muckalee, number 2 at 33 to...
Winning the start was Brute Style on the outside with Master Matt, and also Sandy's Girl diving through along the fence. Took the running of Brute Style. They fanned out of the straight. Presented the run to Master Matt. Master Matt raced 2 in front. Down the back from Gunner Boy second. Third Sandy's Girl. 2 further back. Grey Long in the best part of 7 or 8 to Popular Cash. The middle Moon Maiden. Smoke Cloud well out of its ground, and 5 lengths last of all Brute Style. To the home turn, Master Matt in front. Gunner Boy made a mess of getting around it. Moving up in the middle was Sandy's Girl. It's Master Matt in front, pulling out bloody Master Matt for the prize. Master Matt first, second Gunner Boy photo, third Sandy's Girl or Grey Long, followed next by Popular Cash in a mixed up event. From Moon Maiden, the Smoke Cloud, and back at the rear was Brute Style.
215 race 9 at Penrith, Master Matt, Gunner Boy and Sandy's Girl. Official placings at Moonee Valley. 2, 4 and 1.
The favourite from the 6 alley. They're off and racing. Tarita Prince began well with Prince Lobella. Coming out quickly was My Purple Lass as they pass the winning post. The first time, a line of 5. Prince Lobell with the inside running leads Officer Material. 3 wide into that first corner there was So and So, and 4 wide Tarita Prince. My Purple Lass eases to be 5th. Followed along by getting along the inside there was Little Trunky as they run to the back. The next one was Paul Sun. Well back in the field there was True Identity. It's ahead of Mick Malone, and tail right after blowing the start altogether was Ebony King. As they leave the back with about 1,200 metres left to run, and Officer Material shows the way in front. In second place on the outside at this stage would be Tarita Prince. Third on the fence, Prince Lobell there, followed by So and So around the outside of Little Trunky. Further back in the field was My Purple Lass from Paul Sun. Second last of the main division was True Identity, Mick Malone, and Forget Ebony King. There goes the bell, 1 round to go at the winning post, and Officer Material shows the way by 1 metre to the good of Tarita Prince second. Third on the fence, Prince Lobell, 1.5 lengths, Little Trunky tapped up. He's about to pop into the 1 out and 1 back. Fifth on the fence, Paul Sun in advance of So and So. The next one, My Purple Lass, well back in the field as they run to the back at the 600. True Identity, 1.5 lengths. Second last, Mick Malone and Forget Ebony King working to the back, and Tarita Prince put the bib in front. Officer Material gone. Little Trunky getting into the clear, followed by Prince Lobell, So and So, and My Purple Lass. 400 out and shaken up in front. Tarita Prince led 1.25 lengths. Little Trunky second. Then Prince Lobell getting clear, followed by My Purple Lass. 300 to go on the side. Tarita Prince, the leader. The trunk pulls out off his back. It's 2 metres away and giving chase. Prince Lobell, My Purple Lass, and then from a fair way back, True Identity around the corner. Little Trunky headed in second place. Tarita Prince. Then Prince Lobell, the trunk Trunk's got to the lead. Little Trunky in front, kicking back to Rita Prince, but Little Trunky with the head in front near home and beat to Rita Prince. Third, Prince Low Bell, followed by Paul's Son. The next one, True Identity. The next one, My Purple Lass, Mick Malone. Followed by So and So, Officer Material knocked up, and Ebony King was last all the way.
Thanks very much. That was Ken Ernst for our call of race number 8.